Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another bite-sized political podcast. Thanks for listening. Can I talk to you about a story today which really caught my attention? In fact, it's a real humdinger. And comes the news which that Osama bin Laden banned Al Qaeda from trying to assassinate Donald Trump because he believed he would be an incompetent president and lead the US into a crisis. No. Bin Laden never said that. But he did try to tell Al Qaeda not to kill Joe Biden because he believed, rightly, that Biden would be an incompetent president and he would lead the US into a crisis. Well, from beyond the grave, hasn't bin Laden been proven to be right? A letter has been found. This was in a 2010 letter. So this was a year before he was killed by US troops in Pakistan. Where else? And he believed that the jihadi would be doing themselves a disservice by killing good old Barack Obama. And he also reckoned that Biden would be a great president from the terrorist group's point of view. Yeah, seriously. Just shows you bin Laden really quite smart in some ways. Apparently, he wrote a 48-page missive in 2010. And in it, he discussed the need to direct resources away from terror attacks in other Muslim countries and focus them on the US. Given his reasoning for attacking Obama, he says Obama is the head of infidelity, and killing him automatically will make Biden take over the presidency for the remainder of the term, as is the norm over there. Biden is totally unprepared for that post, and he will lead the US into a crisis. And so there we have it, folks. Joe Biden, the Al Qaeda candidate. Joe Biden, the guy who Osama bin Laden, the arch terrorist himself, recognized would be absolutely unfit to be president. Pretty, 100 billion Americans voted for him, something like that, or so we're told, and we mustn't question it. Remember that. So it's been chaos, of course, over in Afghanistan at the moment. We discover that. There's so much we're discovering here. First of all, we're discovering that doctors are saying that they would be concerned about Biden in terms of, is he actually fit for office? After age 78, 2 brain aneurysms and a heart condition, and they're both linked to memory problems. Joe doesn't seem to remember very much, though, does he? The only thing he remembers to do is to blame everybody else for the problems that he creates. Now, he's given a press conference earlier. In fact, in the past couple of hours, I wanted to hear what he had to say. It was postponed, and then he eventually sort of stumbled to the podium. And he talks about, this is one of the largest difficult airlifts in history. Well, yeah, because you made it that way, you absolute clown. He also insists that and this is a remarkable one, he says that Al Qaeda and the Taliban are sworn enemies. All right. So Al Qaeda, so ISIS and the Taliban, they're going to fight each other, are they, Joe? Is that how it's going to work out? Is that what you think? I wonder, where does he get this stuff from? He obviously was then trying to do this update in terms of how many people have been evacuated out of the Afghanistan, out of Kabul airport since this all happened. And he says 13,000 have been evacuated, with a further 18,000 being moved since the end of July. The administration said 3,000 were moved since last night's update. But he also confirmed what the Pentagon spokesman, the unbelievably inept John Kirby, said, that the US doesn't know how many Americans are left on the ground. Here's Biden talking. We don't have the exact number of people, of Americans who are there. We want to get a strong number of exactly how many people are there, how many citizens, and where they are. Oh, really, Joe? You want to do that, do you? Gosh, you never thought that you might need to do that and have that information before you pulled out? No? And he goes on to make all the usual nonsense comments about, don't worry, no one's going to be left behind. But if you don't know how many people are there, how will you know if you haven't left them behind? The answer is you don't. Apparently, also, did you read that the US actually charges citizens to airlift them out? I think I'm counting, someone's $3,000 or whatever to be airlifted out of Afghanistan. But of course, Afghanis get airlifted out for free. That seems that seems fine. Also, during his press conference, he mangled the names of Doha and Qatar. Um, so the guy, like, he doesn't know what he's talking about, really. He really doesn't know what he's talking about. It's just embarrassing. There's no legitimacy to this Biden president. There's no sense to it. Bin Laden is right. This guy is destroying the United States. He's taken away their energy independency. He's destroying their economy. He's humiliating them in the international stage. China must be loving it. But then I wonder how much money the Biden family have managed to get from China and its emissaries. I wonder about that. There were no questions, of course, taken beyond those which were approved, which is the normal style in the Biden presidency. So you only get to ask him a question if you're approved to ask him a question. So it's a massive embarrassment, isn't it? It's a massive embarrassment. But can you imagine if the media had discovered that Donald Trump was favored by Osama bin Laden to be US president because he makes such a bad job of it? The media would be all over this. Here we discover that bin Laden did approve of Biden to become president because he would make an absolute dog's dinner of it. And the media remain quiet. But everyone around the world can see, Joe Biden is a walking, talking disaster. And I can't see how this presidency of his actually is going to continue much longer. And we have to wonder, at what point will this senile, dementia-struck clown be booted out from the White House? He's not fit to do the job. He was manipulated into it in all kinds of interesting way. By the way, some interesting audit results coming up in the next couple of weeks. And he's clinging like a limpet to office. But all the time, America burns.